Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're building something. We're not just talking about how to get through the day. We're talking about how to construct a life that's actually filled with energy and purpose. We're going to lay out the blueprint for daily vitality. So let's get started.
So let me ask you, does this feel familiar? You know that feeling that you're just constantly running on fumes? Where that second or third cup of coffee isn't really doing the trick anymore, and you're just watching the clock waiting for the day to be over? It's like we're all just trying to survive. But the good news is there is a much, much better way.
Let's actually give that feeling a name. Let's call it the vitality gap. It's that huge space between the life you might be living right now, one that feels like it's all about obligations and just being tired, and the one you could be living, a life with real energy, focus, and even joy. And today, we're going to show you exactly how to close that gap.
Now, the solution here isn't another super long to-do list that just makes you feel guilty when you don't finish it. Nope. It's a blueprint. I want you to think about it like an architect's plan for a really strong, beautiful building. It's a smart, structured design for a better daily life, and the best part is it's built on just a few simple core habits.
Okay, so where do we start? Well, every great building starts with a solid foundation, right? Your vitality is exactly the same. So our blueprint begins with the physical stuff, the literal ground that everything else is going to be built on.
In this foundation, it really rests on two essential pillars. First up, you've got what you use to fuel your body. That's nourishing nutrition. And right next to it, how you actually use your body. We'll call that mindful movement. Let's break down just how simple these can be.
Look, nutrition doesn't have to be complicated. Forget about all the radical diets. You can start right here, right now. Just try adding one colorful vegetable to one of your meals today. That's it. Or maybe swap one sugary drink for a glass of water. Choose an apple instead of a bag of chips. These are tiny choices that build an incredibly powerful habit over time.
And what about movement? Again, we are not talking about training for a marathon here. It's just about weaving a little bit of motion into your day. A 5-minute walk to clear your head, a quick 60-second stretch when you first get out of bed, taking the stairs instead of the elevator. These little things send a huge signal to your body that says, hey, we are built to move.
All right, so with that foundation in place, we can start putting up the framework. This is the internal architecture, your thoughts, your focus, and the recovery that shapes how you actually experience your world.
So as we see here, the two pillars holding up this mental framework are every bit as important as the physical ones. First, you have restorative sleep. Think of this as your brain's nightly maintenance crew. And then you have a mindfulness practice, which is like the architect of your focus.
Let's be crystal clear about this. For most adults, this number, 7 to 9 hours of sleep, is a biological non-negotiable. Seriously, it isn't a luxury. It's the absolute bedrock of your cognitive function, your emotional stability, and your mental clarity. And the quality of your sleep matters just as much as the quantity. You can actively build better sleep. A consistent bedtime literally trains your body's internal clock. Putting your phone away at least 30 minutes before bed is huge because the blue light messes with your body's sleep hormones. And of course, a cool, dark, quiet room, that's the perfect workshop for your brain to do its nightly repairs.
Now this is really interesting. So many of us get confused and think that being busy is the same as being productive, but they're total opposites. Busyness is reactive, it's scattered, and it's completely draining. Real productivity, on the other hand, is intentional, it's focused, and it actually gives you energy. And the bridge that gets you from one to the other? It's mindfulness.
This quote just nails it. Mindfulness is not about emptying your mind. That's a huge misconception. It's about training your mind. It's the super simple, repeated practice of just noticing when your mind has wandered off and then gently guiding it back. Back to your work, back to a conversation, back to whatever actually matters in this very moment. So, we've got our physical foundation and we have our mental framework. But in any great archway, there's always that one final, crucial piece right at the top that locks everything together. It's called the keystone, and it gives the whole thing its strength.
In our blueprint for vitality, that keystone is meaningful connection. It's the habit that pulls our physical and mental health together into one strong, resilient structure. Because let's face it, humans are social creatures. We're just not designed to do all of this alone.
And the key word here is quality. This is not about how many followers you have on social media. It's about the quality of your interactions. It's about having conversations where you feel like you're actually seen and heard. It's about building a real support system that celebrates with you and helps you through the tough times.
That sense of belonging is a fundamental human need. Okay, so we've laid out all the parts. Now let's step back and see how they all come together to create this complete daily blueprint.
And here it is, all in one place, your 5 core habits. Nourishing nutrition to fuel your body, mindful movement to energize it, restorative sleep to repair your mind, mindfulness to focus it, and meaningful connection to enrich your whole life. This right here, this is your blueprint.
And please remember, these aren't just separate items on a checklist. They all work together. They create this amazing upward spiral. You know, better sleep gives you more energy to move. Mindful movement makes you more tuned in to what your body needs to eat. Meaningful connection lowers stress, which helps you sleep better. See, each pillar makes the other stronger, creating a structure that's truly resilient.
Building a life filled with vitality doesn't happen all at once. It happens one small, intentional choice at a time, one brick at a time. So the only question left is the one you see right now. Looking at this blueprint, what's the first small brick you're going to lay today?